Growing up, my mom and I were always close. She was my rock, my guide in life. But there was one thing we never really talked about: finances. Money, budgeting, and credit cards. Those topics never came up in our household. I thought it was normal, something I'd figure out later in life. I was thrilled when I got accepted to university with a full ride scholarship. No need for loans or grants. It felt like my life was finally coming together. And while I was in school, I made a point of learning about finances. I didn't want to be clueless anymore. Credit cards, savings, budgets, I studied it all, preparing myself for the next chapter of adulthood. By the end of university, I was ready to step into the real world. With a degree in hand and a solid understanding of money management, I was excited to start building my future. First on my list, apply for a credit card to build my credit and rent my own apartment. But then, everything fell apart. When I went to the bank to apply for my first credit card, they gave me news I could never have expected. Someone had already taken out multiple credit cards and loans under my name. I was in shock. How could this have happened? I had never applied for any credit, nor did I need loans. Thanks to my scholarship. I thought it must have been a mistake, maybe a case of identity confusion. But when I checked my credit score, my heart sank. It was ruined, completely trashed. There was no way I could get approved for an apartment, a car, or anything else I needed to move forward in life. Someone had stolen my identity. I spent days trying to figure out who could have done this to me. I started tracking the credit card bills and loans, trying to find any clues. And then I discovered something that left me speechless. All the credit cards had been sent to my mother's house. I refused to believe it at first. My own mother? No way. She would never do something like this to me. I thought maybe there had been a mistake, that I had mixed up the addresses. But after double-checking everything, the truth was undeniable. The person who had ruined my credit was my own mom. Confronting her was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. My heart raced as I showed up at her house, filled with fear and doubt. What if I was wrong? What if I was about to accuse my mom of something she didn't do? But when I asked her, she denied it. She looked me in the eyes and told me I must have let my credit score drop on my own. She blamed me for the mess. But I had proof. The more evidence I showed her, the more her walls began to crumble. And finally, she admitted the truth. While I was away at university, my mother had fallen into deep credit card debt. Desperate, she used my identity to apply for loans and new credit cards, hoping to pay off her debt. She never thought about the consequences, never thought about how this would destroy my future. I was devastated. The person I trusted most in the world had betrayed me. This is a story about betrayal, not by a stranger, but by my own mother. And it's a lesson that trust can be broken in the most unexpected ways. I may never forgive her, but I hope my story serves as a warning. Always be vigilant, even with the people you trust the most.